Here are 5 tips you can use to make your documents more accessible starting today. Hi, my name is Marie. I am an accessibility nerd and I wanted to share some easy tips and tricks on how to make your documents more accessible. These are the most obvious ones. There's many more, but you can start with these 5. First, let's talk about your use of fonts. For blocks of text, we recommend using sans serif fonts. Sans serif is an interesting hybrid word between the French sans, which means without, and serif from the Dutch schrift, which means a stroke of the pen. A sans serif font is a font that does not have these little embellishments and flourishes around the letters. These extra strokes and flourishes make them harder to read. That's why fonts without serif are generally easier on the eye, especially when you read lots of text. Personally, I am partial to Open Sans and Helvetica because I'm basic like that. Second tip, when it comes to alignment, you're going to follow the words of Beyoncé. To the left, everything you own in a box, to the left. That is, if we're talking about a language that is read from left to right. This is going to make your text a lot more accessible for people with dyslexia or intellectual disabilities. By the way, dyslexia is present anywhere between 5 and 15% of the population. Third tip, text contrast. You want your text contrast to have a ratio of 4.5 to 1 between the text itself and the background, which is to say if you are typing in a light or white font, the background should be dark enough for the letters to be read. Vice versa if you're typing in a dark font against a lighter background. Here's an example of bad contrast in action. It may look fine to you, but to a person with color blindness or vision loss, it's not so clear and crisp anymore. Tip number 4, you want to avoid overcrowding your page with a massive wall of text. One way to do this is to cut up big blocks of information into smaller, more digestible chunks. You can provide subheaders, lists, bullet points, anything that makes it easier for people to scan the information that you're presenting to them. They'll find it easier to understand and also retain. Tip number 5, provide some pictorial information with your text. It could be a graph, a diagram, a picture, or even just the use of icons and emojis to convey something about the tone and the topic we're talking about. Again, this helps with clarity and getting to the point faster. So find that diagram or icon that is worth 1,000 words for your document or presentation. This is very helpful for people with intellectual disabilities or cognitive impairments, or anyone who really enjoys a good visual to enhance text information. If you'd like to learn more about this, sign up for the waitlist for my free online course about accessible documents, which will be available shortly. Thank you for your attention and see you in the next video.